Now, I mentioned in one of my other videos regarding these large Soffit panels that I had some thoughts on what you could maybe do if you found during the dry fit stage of these panels that you weren't going to quite have enough thread left in your healthing connection to be able to connect to the steel properly. So yeah, say if this beam was slightly out of tolerance and it had dropped down too much, you might find that you can't connect this bracket and still be able to be flush with the leading edge of the bull nose and also the end panel in the case of the end panels. You know, I mean, regardless, you know, you can get that clamp on regardless. It would just mean lowering this panel slightly. But yeah, the important thing is to try and keep these faces flush as best you can. So if that does happen, and hopefully it wouldn't, because obviously it would be a big pain in the ass, but it's always good to be prepared. My thoughts would be, if it were to happen, you should have the opportunity that you lower this panel back out of the way, and there should be enough adjustment in the top panel connection that using these jacking bolts, make sure you leave them in because they could be useful. Using these jacking bolts, you should be able to adjust the height of the panel slightly and remove some packers if you need to drop it, and lower this edge a bit if you need to, and then fix it off again. And also remembering that the connection between the bull nose and this front edge beam is those plywood blocks on the bottom here that screw fix to the steel, and then the panel screw fix to it. They're mechanical fixings, so you'd have the opportunity there to take them out and add some packers if you needed to push the edge down. Same on the top here, if you had some packers in there originally to keep the panel up, you can undo the screw and take a couple out if needs be. And the hope would be that you would be able to have enough adjustment there that if you had to drop this slightly, you can, so that when you bring the Soffit panel into place, where you can get that connected, you're still going to appear to be pretty flush on these joining edges. Now, I guess if you did have to do that, I'm sure you'd be aware of this anyway, but I guess just keep an eye on how the panel's looking. If it were to look like it's got a kink in it or it sags an unusual amount, then just something to be aware of, because we don't want that. So if you do need to make adjustments, just try to keep it into a fair, relatively straight looking line and looking as straight as you can. So as I say, hopefully it wouldn't happen, but it's just a thought I had, so something to be aware of, and if it were to occur.